Hello everybody, I'm Paul with many voices, and welcome back to Prison Architect, the Swansong Slimer, my final prison in this game. Where I'm gonna be starting off with the execution of this guy. Actually, I, of course, because lockdown. There. At least this way it's a little more involved. Moving on. Authorize. Authorize. In a previous recording attempt, this guy killed 10 of my staff within a single minute. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna start re-recording this one. It happened like 5 minutes into the recording, so I'm definitely not allowing him to live. And I will accept any fine that I get. There you go. Successful appeal. Guess what? I don't care. He was guilty in my eyes. Let's have a look-see. Let's add a couple of lights in certain places where there currently aren't lights. Why? Because symmetry. There they are. Here they are. Here they're not. Now they are. You already had that. You didn't. I am such a sucker for symmetry. Terrible, I know. Yeah. These ones didn't have any lights. That's the no-go for me. Okay. Now that that's done. Let's talk about last episode. I put in, or connected all of these status lights to the floor panels. I removed the bridges over here. And put in those bridges again. Yeah, and stuff. Took him more criminally insane to get 20 capacity, or 20 prisoners. I started taking a daily intake of medium security prisoners. And if you go and take a look at this tab, you can see that Kanto that's you is a snitch, and Almond is a snitch. So there, that issue is solved. Taking care of two issues. Yeah. Then there's the issue that not every room has the rat stuff. Not that it really helps in my eyes, but I'm gonna throw it in anyway. You didn't have it either, right? Yes, you did. You didn't have it either. So I'll remove those tools. Store in hers. Get that done, please, and thank you. And there's more prisoners. That one. We have a snitch, an ex-gang member, and just a recruiter. So yeah. And I think that I will get up to 102 in this case. Medium security before I'm going to close off intake. and hopefully by then I'll be a little bit more done with this area to get a proper Davies, right? Yeah, Davies. A proper policy for misconduct involving Supermax. But speaking of Supermax, let's have a look-see at the rooms that they will and will not have. And I say rooms. So, we already discussed that these 4 will be canteens. Or, yards. But speaking of canteens, I've completely forgot that canteens are nowadays also allowed to be outside. Oh boy. So we're gonna have 4 outside canteens. Nasty. Okay, so cells, we have 64 of them. We're gonna do a holding cell. Purely for the reason that the way that I have the policy set up, I see a decent chance of ultimately getting more than 64 prisoners into Supermax. And the only way they can get into Supermax is by the misconduct. We'll get into that later. So, 64 might not be enough. And that's why I want to have the holding cell. Solitary, we're going to have them. And even though they can be outside, I'm not going to do that. Dormitory, no. I mean, I could figure out how to make the worst kind of dormitory, but I'm not going to do it. Canteens, we just decided they're going to be outside. We will have one centralized kitchen somewhere in the back over here, or maybe over here, because then it's closer to the... I think it's going to be over here, close to the entrance. Showers, they too will be outside. Better yet, they will be here, there, and there. Is that enough for a total of 64 capacity? No. Do I care? No. I'll probably throw in a couple of showers in the yards as well. I think I will. Just so that they can have their showers. I might put the cage like over here, over there, and over there, with a shower as well. And I might put showers in their solitary. But no toilets. So they will have a chance to shower, but they will have to either behave well enough to wait their turn outside. They'll have to go into the cage, which I do believe is a form of solitary, or maybe just a voluntary solitary. Or they have to go into solitary. Yards, we've already discussed that's going to be here, 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 and here. Storage, no. Deliveries, no. Garbage, no. Execution, no. Sadly. Workshop. Maybe. If I'm going to do workshop, I'm going to do it something similar to here. Where it's only going to be like 1 or 2 of each item, and definitely not a thing here. A carpet table. The reason I'm doubting it is because these are going to be super violent prisoners. And the workshop is home to some very, very nasty, deadly contraband. And since these are going to be the worst of the worst prisoners, that might be a bad idea. So workshop maybe. Security. Yes, it's going to be here in the center. A nice big security. Built in a very funky way. Offices. 1 and 2. That's it. Infirmary. Yes, it's going to be somewhere. Morgue. No need. Common room. They're going to have several common rooms. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge to make them terrible. But I have ideas. They'll have a laundry. But they will not have visitation. And I'll explain that in a bit. Cleaning cupboard they will have. Kennel and armory they will definitely have. They will have a nice staff room. But library they will not. I'm gonna put in bookshelves in 1 or 2 common rooms. And that's all of the... no, not all of the... But I'll put them in the common rooms. For some literature need. but library is definitely not something they will have. Forestry cannot place it anywhere. Classroom, they will not have. Not only is the classroom a room that cannot have any negative points, but I also don't want my Supermax to be educated. They will have their well-being programs, such as Alcoholics Anonymous, such as behavioral therapy and drug treatment, and I will give them animal therapy, but that's it. And thus we will have a meeting room. Chapel, they will have both the faith program and the spiritual guidance, so they will have chapel, but yet that's going to be here. 13 wide, something like that. Parole, they're also not gonna have. For the reason is that these guys are going to be violent. They're going to be murderers. They're going to be people that have tried to escape. Possibly, what I'm gonna do is escape attempt, and murder is definitely going to end up being super, but attack staff might end up in super as well, and that's why I'm gonna have the holding cell, because I do expect that prisoners will attack staff no matter what. And it's sad that I cannot do anything here. I wish I could, but I can't. So yeah. I don't want these prisoners to be released early, so they're not gonna have paroles. Reception, I technically already have, I just didn't designate it as such. Here we go. Mailroom, they will have, but I think I might even have it operated by staff, just like the laundry and the cleaning cupboard. Yes, I decided. And thus the shop, they will also not have. Because the shop provides luxuries, and I want these guys to be miserable. I want them to ultimately long for the better life that they will have in maximum and medium and minimum. So, when they are sent to Supermax and they realize, oh, we can't have any luxuries in here, and we don't even get visitation and parole here. And in order to get that, I need to behave well enough to get back into maximum, so that I can have at least a little bit. Yeah, that. They're gonna have to learn that they need to behave in order to get the proper stuff. So the padded cells, padded holding cells, padded solitary cells, and psychiatrist office are purely for criminally insane, so they don't need that. They are gonna get probably 2 gymnasiums, one here for sure, and probably down here in the corner another one. And it's gonna be a carbon copy of this one. Any farming related stuff, so vegetable allotment, fruit orchard, farming fields and pantry, nope. Flower garden, nope. We're not gonna get it. Restaurant, no. Meeting room, yes, for animal therapy. Just that. And I'm gonna place that next to the thing here, so I think what I'll do is meeting room. Here's the wall. 5. 10. That's gonna be the meeting room. Bakery, no. Weather center, no. Training room, no. Well, I could make a training room over here instead of over there and make it bigger. I could move this forward a notch, move this to the side and make that a little bigger this way, but no, not gonna do that. The cage, as I said, I might put the cage like here, 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 and here with a shower. Tattoo removal. Well, you think that would be useful, especially since they will get a faith program, but I'm not gonna do that. Fight club room. They'll have 1 or 2. Because it's going to help them release their aggression. Graveyard they're not gonna have. And the empty room, we're gonna have several of them. And this is partially why I specified that I would talk about the common room and visitation later down the line. The common room will have the ability to get a point for phone booths and a point for video call booths. But I want my common rooms to be the worst possible things. And since I'm not gonna have visitation, I still kind of want to have these guys be able to contact their families. And so what I'm gonna do is get several empty rooms and put the video call booths and phone booths in there. But for instance, what I'm also gonna do is take an empty room and make it into a makeshift gym with a boxing ring and possibly some more weight benches and such. But I'm gonna leave it as an empty room because, it will still satisfy some of their needs, but it's not going to be positive for the grading of the proper rooms. So if I were to put a boxing ring in here, that's going to be a point. But if I'm not going to put in a boxing ring here, which I'm definitely not going to do, there's not going to be a point. But an empty room has no grading because it doesn't need anything. So I'm going to put in several empty rooms with random bits of stuff that definitely should be in other rooms, but we're not going to do that. Cinema, no. I'm still thinking on whether or not I'm going to have maximum giving a cinema. Maybe I'm going to give it one cinema that is smaller. And not like with medium security where I'm going to have technically 2 cinemas, but 1. But that remains to be seen. And the visitor reception, we only need 1. So they'll go in here, and then from here, they'll go to wherever they need to go. And that is that. So, meeting room. We're going to be using these kind of doors. Right here. And the chapel is going to see the door right here. And for the meeting room, their regular door is going to be also right here. And the chapel will have their door right here. And the staff room is going to be here. Now I'm going to see about having 64 solitary cells. I mean, I'm going to have 64 capacity. And I expect these prisoners to be violent, so I'm going to need 64 solitary cells. It's going to be a little crazy. Okay. There's one more thing that I want to do, and that's move these lights down to here, and these lights up to here. I will be placing them back, but it's for something in the near future. 10 medium security prisoners. And I've decided that if I have a gang leader in death row, then I'm gonna execute them. Like, I will perfectly accept the fact that they might be nice, but I'm not gonna chance it. If you're in death row as a gang leader, you die. Which means that I might actually need to do legal defense. And if that happens to be the case, I will cheat, edit the save file, and remove that line from the save file so that I am still safe. But I will showcase the failure state, so to say, once. So the chapel is in, that is good. Flooring, you will have the proper flooring, not the round, but the mosaic. And you will have the red tiles. Up to here, I believe. Which means I can now put in the wall. Right here. Chapel is down there. So the mosaic tiles go down to here as well. And there. Cool. Well, since I now know how to use that, I'm obviously gonna put in those things. Let's see. Items. I forgot doormats in here, and in here, and in here. There. Let's throw in a couple of additional warden statues. Like over there. Like cheeky one over here. And next to those things. And that means that this requires some power. All of that is in except that. And that. Just making sure that all of the power lines have actually been designated. And I'll leave this into the corners as well. That means here. Technically there, but that's fine. So we'll do this. And this as well. And then here. And alongside the wall here. Like so. Warden, shut up for a second. Or CEO. Oh dear. Okay. So, I'm not allowed to have illegal executions. For how long? One day. Well, it's not like I'm gonna have another death row inmate today. And besides, if I had more death row inmates, they would have been brought out and put to a different facility. Because the system doesn't trust me to handle it properly. So, there's technically no way that you could fail this. Especially since it's 5. But oh well. So, let's have a look at the gym. The only negative point that it has is no outdoor windows. Which it won't have. Oh, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Training dummies. 1 and 2. And one of you. One of you. Sure. Now the reason that I'm throwing in this amount of this kind of stuff is purely because of the fact that it is not enough to get the room up to snuff. And I will throw in a radiator. Lock open and lock open. Stop doing that. And oh, hey, that's in already. Nice. And this too. Yay. It works. That was already connected. But this was also connected. Good. And 20 rats for me is enough to say, let's bring in the controls. And, ooh, we have more prisoners. Intelligence. Let's see. Deadly, loyal, sneak thief. Are there any others that I may have missed? No. Good. 40 prisoners left to get. And grants. We're doing overproduction, we're doing that. We still haven't had a single prisoner pass a 3 strikes program or a training, so we can't even activate this grant yet. But that's perfectly fine. Although, programs. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're done. Let's see. People are taking foundation education. 4 have passed. 1 person is taking carpentry apprenticeship. Olds or Aberdeen? Okay, so Aberdeen, you're gonna be the one to finish this, the carpentry apprenticeship, and start making me bets. So that one will eventually get done. General education, however. Featherstone. You're gonna complete that. So that will eventually get done as well. Look at all that parole hearing. Wonderful. Spiritual guidance, death row appeal, psychiatric consultation. Oh yeah, we could do something with that. We had 2 people pass this one. Knight, you're doing it as we speak, and you're probably not gonna succeed. Let's see. 3 strikes training. Probably you. Foundation education, Hurtley perhaps. No? Stevenson? You're probably not gonna succeed that. What about the other one? You're definitely not gonna succeed. So that is still sadly a no-go. Faith program. 1 has passed. Gang rehabilitation. Let's see, are you doing something perhaps? You have a chance of faith program. Oh well. So, sadly, no actual grants involving reform yet that I can do. So, no gang welfare, no prisoner reoffending rates or reform prisoner initiative. Though 39%. Nasty. Hey, cat. Hey, cat. Let me turn on a light. Hey, cat. How are you? Did you decide to come and join me after all? Oh well. Wait, why is this that color? It should be red carpet, dumbass. Okay, chapel. Obviously, Moosehead. Chapel. Come on. there. And we're gonna do this and an altar, which I actually got for free there. Lights. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sure. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I'm glad to already have put in all of the wall lights here. The lights here have been moved, so now I can do the other thing that I want to do. Yes. I'm gonna throw in the wooden bridges. Do they serve any real purpose? No. But I just want to have them in. And that means that I can put in those back and this back. And we have a target here on someone's back. Hubert. No particular reason. And then you can go back here. You can go back here. Severe weather. We have this. Do we have availability of another pest control? We do not. Ah, we do. Good. Okay. So the meeting room. We have the staff door there, so I can indeed close this one up now. There. Meeting room. Now that's the sad thing. The meeting room requires chairs. I sadly cannot put in the wooden stools. So we will throw a moose head here. Actually, we'll throw it here. Meeting room. We'll do the cheapest available chairs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There. However, that is all they get. They don't get the coffee tables. They don't get the plants. Still something a little nasty just because. Okay. That's... Was this in already? Yes, so I can do this now. And I don't think I had the rat in this one yet. Indeed, I did not. Speaking of, that requires rat. Rat trap here, sonic rat turned here, sonic rat turned here, rat trap there. No. Rat trap there. Should I? No, not that kind of tree. That's the regular spooky tree. Speaking of, I sadly cannot place any. Well, I could place it here, but that would look ugly. What about grays? Ah, yes, we have grays. So let's throw in the grays. There and there.
Oh, cats. I see you stretching like that, you cutie.
Okay. All the bridges in? They are. Good. So that means 2 and 2. And now I'm using the wooden bridges as well as the steel ones. Any particular reason? No. But they look cool. There are still two types of bridges that I could use. Both a wooden and a steel version, where they have the... Well, that is not good enough, let's say. That doesn't work either. There. Oh yeah. R to rotate. I could just say like, you know what, just because. There. Or if this was outside, I could throw this like, yoink over there. Could this be done? No. There is actual a length limit for the bridges. I guess what I could do is do it like here. But I'm not gonna. You know that they have 4 bridges in total. That should be enough. Okay, the meeting room is done. Still requires a radiator, which will be in here. The chapel is done. Still requires a bit of power for that, though. This still requires a little bit of power. All of that requires a little bit of power. Insulation. This still required insulation. Or protection, however you want to call it. So let me quickly get that done, as that was already done. This still required. All of this required. And yes, I will eventually be putting radiators in this hallway as well. Just like I did with the other places. But that is going to be like a last thing for me to do, kind of thing. I'll get to you in a second, don't worry. So that takes care of all of that. Let me see. You... Ex-gang member. Tattoo removal. I'm looking for that. One finished, one passed. Yes! So, the tattoo removal program. I'll be honest, in the... as I can show that to you here. In the rebuilt version of it, when I already had a lot of prisoners, I actually completed the gang welfare grant. I had 15 prisoners pass the tattoo removal without taking in medium security prisoners. I just had death row, protective custody, criminally insane, and minimum security, and I managed to get 15 prisoners to pass that program. So it's doable. It's just gonna take a while. But the more prisoners you have, the better chance you have to get it. And as you can see, the issue of like the failure state is taken care of. Okay, so now we have that. Let us start out with 3 common rooms. Common No. Laundry. We'll do a neatly 7x7 laundry. For now. Where? There. And obviously there. We're gonna have a staff door. And that door. And we already have our new prisoners coming in. Intelligence. Nothing and nothing. Okay, cool. Well, let's have a look at our current prisoners. 21 want to reform. Isn't that absolutely lovely? And I'm pretty sure if I were to reduce all of the requirements in order to reform, then we would have a couple of prisoners already, or they would be eligible for transfer to minimum security. But we're not doing that yet. So, let me have a look-see. Prison... No. So, architect... laundry. No, not two. Laundry calculator. Okay. So, I have prisoners 64 intentional. That is going to require 1 washing machine, 2 ironing boards, and 4 baskets. Okay. Laundry. So. One laundry, ironing boards. 1 and 2. Gonna have a table in here. And 4 baskets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is really all you need for it. And, ooh, careful. That's the drink. Not what I wanted. And then rat stuff. Rats. Trap. Sonic rat deterrent. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light. Mats. Mats are there. Do not have a mat here yet. Staff room, door, wall. It's not symmetrical, but it doesn't have to be. Except the lights, they do need to be symmetrical. And that's laundry. As for the cleaning cupboard, gonna do pretty much the same. Gonna have a door here and a staff door here, and then a wall. Here, and then say cleaning cupboard here. Yep. Gonna see, starting to see that more often than rats. Trap, sonic rat deterrent. No, that's a rat trap. Sonic rat deterrent. Lights. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I haven't even done anything with the water. 1, 2, and then down to here, down to here. I know for a fact, like this, and like this, like this, here, 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 and here, and then like that. Electrical, like so, like so. Oh yeah, here. It's like I placed in another one somewhere, but that was here. Cool. Okay, so that door is in. That is good. Quickly take care of that with obviously no. There and there. There we go. And of course the ceramic floor for in here and here. Right. Lastly, radiator will be here and here. Good stretch. Okay, so I think that I have a decent plan on what I want to accomplish with this place. That staff door might be moved, but it might not be. But I'm gonna keep it in anyway to give my guys access to the inside. Otherwise, they won't have. We are well on our way to getting 100 medium security inmates. We have the death. So let us get a guard response. This is sadly the downside of having shower rooms. And it's definitely going to be interesting over here. But that's the whole point. We still haven't served any additional civilians. And I'm kind of frustrated at that. But oh well. As such, I think it is time. I'll activate another bakery here. And another restaurant over here. Now, you may... I don't think I explained this yet, but I have something that I need to do here, and I think that is in logistics and the labor management. Right click to get it here. I want medium security, but I don't want minimum security in here at all. So that shouldn't really be anything problem. However, the meal quality High is gonna take a long time to get done, but low is gonna get done fast. So what I'm gonna do is that my medium security prisoners are only going to be serving low quality fast done, and my minimum security is going to do the high but slow. And I should technically assign this all. I don't think I have to, because I'm already saying like, oh, this is a minimum security only area, but might as well, to prevent any further confusion, at least in this area, as you cannot say like, I only want these guys in there and not minimum security. But yeah, as for the bakery, there is no other way to do this, so don't worry about that. Okay, and then this is medium, medium, medium. Technically no one is gonna work here, but sure. Hey cat. You'll get food in a second, don't worry. Library. I think that this would only be useful if you have like an integrated prison that you have cell blocks everywhere, but you have the work areas as in general, that you can say this workshop, despite the fact that it's the only workshop that I have and everyone can learn there, that I only want my medium and minimum security prisoners working there actually. So yeah. And of course, what I need to do then is in labor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we had parole being denied. Everyone get in here. Done. Do we have any serious people? Ooh, 2 gang leaders. Oh dear, this is gonna get bad. Oh, this is gonna get terrible. No. Oh no. And punishing them by giving them permanent lockup is such a terrible idea. What? Oh. That's an ex-gang member? No. Do we have any other vulnerable ones? Yes. So there's someone coming in that needs to be in protective custody. So we'll wait that out for a second. Is this a yard or? It is a yard. So intelligence, performance. I was about to say, don't tell me that it's one of the gang leaders. Well, no, it's an ex-law enforcement over here. There you go. Okay. So, we're slowly making progress in terms of Supermax, which is perfectly fine with me. That still needs to be done. That is done. Lock open for now. And I don't think I have the door control systems there. I do not. The water just hasn't been put in yet. Okay. I also don't have a radiator in here yet, so let's get that done. Let's say here. Good. Good, 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 good. Whoa. Okay, we have some gang activity going on here. Funny enough, they're all in the same gang. So we're gonna see some territory getting taken over, if they get the chance. They're gonna take off their shirts, they're gonna move over to someplace. And they did not. Has anything been taken over by anyone thus far? I don't think yet. In the canteens I don't see anything light up, so there's no tables being claimed. No, actually there are. Those two. What about here? No. And no. And nothing, and nothing, and nothing. Yeah, for some reason the vegetable or the farming field can be taken over. So, yeah, for some reason. Looking for peaches to sell, looking for peaches to sell. To complete the grant. Okay. So, I think that we're making good progress in terms of stuff. So, said that certain pipes have been cancelled? Question mark. But just not put in yet. No. They certainly have been ordered. Hot water pipe installation. Huh? What? Why do I have 10 hot water pipe installations left? Something not insulated here. And if so, then what? Because this is. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for next winter in order to find that out, won't we? Anyway, with that being said, I am Paul with Many Voices. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.